Alright, Microsoft, the big boys are up to play. First up is that big juggernaut that runs every PC in the country, but we won't hear about PC until the end of E3. We have Xbox One instead. Uh, Basically, their whole theme this year was being jumping ahead, gaming evolved, basically taking things the next step forward, etc., etc., hype, 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 buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. Can you tell I'm not a Microsoft person? Straight out the gate, Halo 5 Guardians, Master Chief against some Spartan dude. I'm guessing it's the Spartan army that he was a part of, but now he's a traitor or some shit. Looks very shiny. It's basically looking like every other Halo game out there. I noticed a bit of area scan. Supposedly there's drop in, drop out co-op gameplay between the two groups, 24 player multi match, and a weird Warzone thing, which is like player versus everyone. Uh, Whatever. It's Halo. It's the same thing that you've played now probably about 17 times. Halo hasn't changed, so why should we ever think anything different? It's the basis of most shooter games nowadays. So why should the game evolve or anything? Wasn't it that their whole thing of gaming evolved or combat evolved at one point? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it anymore. Anyway, Halo Guardians, or Halo 5 Guardians rather, comes out 27th of October 2015. Then we actually get to something interesting. Halo doesn't excite me, but the idea behind Recore does. It's basically, from what we saw, Desert Wasteland, whole thing about robotic dog companions. This year and next is going to be the year of the dog, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going to be about those dog companions. But the thing is, the core of this dog gets transferred into a bigger robot. So I'm guessing you're going to be doing a lot of swapping around, puzzle changing bits and pieces. This game is developed by Inafune-san, who you might know for Mega Man and Mighty Number 9, and also the Metroid Prime team, which is why Nintendo don't really have their proper Prime team anymore. This thing looks like a great change. It looks like something that's a mix between Borderlands and Destiny. I know Destiny is probably not one of the best things to put with any game right now, but it's got a bit of heart to it, but it's got that techno apocalyptic thing that works really well. Then we get to the big announcement. Like, this is what I personally consider the big announcement. Backwards compatibility with your Xbox 360 games. Now, the way that they've done this is they've taken a great stab at Sony, saying that your discs will work, but it will allow you to download the digital copy of the game. Which is interesting for me, because I'm wondering how they're going to police multiple copies, lending friend copies of your disc, and then them putting it in and downloading that digital copy. But hey, this might be enough to get all those Xbox 360 owners who are sitting on the fence and wondering, should I bother getting an Xbox One, to finally turn around and go, hey, okay, I can still use my old games on the new system, and I get to play all these great new games too. Why not spend the money on upgrading the console? Good marketing move by Microsoft and the Xbox team. I'm not going to fault them on that. Accompanying this was the Xbox 360, Xbox Elite controller. Full release, works completely with Windows 10, Microsoft. But it looks like something that's going to be for the custom crowd, the crowd that likes to sit there and make sure you get that 0.1 millisecond shave off a kill shot, or a millisecond change off shifting gears in a racing game or something. Again, it's not for me. Great for all those, pro MLG players out there, that and all those 12-year-olds that like to shit talk you on Xbox. But, meh. Surprisingly enough, after showing up at Bethesda's booth, Fallout pops up at this conference, pretty much just announcing, guess what? We're going to allow PC-style mods on the Xbox One version of Fallout 4. Cool. Mods extend the life of a game. And frankly, if this is the way Microsoft expands and lets their games exist for longer on their consoles, good on them. Good marketing move. We get talked about for a little bit about EA Access. Yeah, it's a marketing stunt, pretty much. EA Access going into Xbox Ones. Yay. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Origin. I'm not a fan of having to pay early access on anything, especially for undeveloped stuff. Sure, there's a great vault for EA people to access, but if you've got it on PC, why would you want an Xbox One? You're not really going to change much there. We get the announcement of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Basically, zombies take over suburbia. There's going to be some new classes, and it's got a spring release. It's going to be talked about more at the EA press conference, so we get absolutely nothing here but a bit of a buzz trailer. Following that, Forza 6. The Ford GT, the actual car, is lowered onto the stage, and my god, such a gorgeous car, but I will never afford one in my lifetime. This is the same very, 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 very pretty racing game that you have seen 10,000 times before. And let's be honest, since Gran Turismo doesn't seem to exist anymore, you might as well go Forza if you don't like your registered, like your proper cars, concepts and all that type of stuff. Stuff that you and I will never afford in our lifetime, especially because we spend it all on video games. 26 tracks, 24-player multiplayer, running at 1080p at 60 frames per second. I'm shocked. This could be the first Xbox One game to actually run at 60 frames per second. Forza 6 comes out September 15th, 2015, so all you race heads are going to get a great dose with that one. We get straight into a very, very brief trailer for Dark Souls 3. No info, no nothing, just this very brief trailer. Okay, would have liked some info on that, considering how popular the Dark Souls series is. But, okay, if you want to do it that way, you do it that way. I'm going to get more in a press release later anyway. We get more on Tom Clancy's The Division. Basically, New York setting, viral outbreak, action RPG, exclusive beta for Xbox One players in December. Good for them. Again, The Division, more info during Ubi's press conference, so not much seen here. We also get Rainbow Six Siege shown a little bit. It's the same type of thing we've seen before. Game's coming out on the 13th of October 2015. And Rainbow Six Siege comes with, I think it's Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. Again, I'm not a big Tom Clancy person, so I don't really know the history of the franchise that much. Basically, you're getting 3 games for the price of 1. Cool. We get a look at a very cartoony, I guess it could be a MOBA action thing called Gigantic. Looks excellent. Big monsters called Guardians and, multiplayer classes. Looks really good. Wish I knew more about it, but again, this is just a tease and you don't really get told anything. Then we get into the Gigantic Indie Showcase. Now, a lot of these things are already floating around on Steam in the early access. The whole ID at Xbox, independent at Xbox, seems to be very padded with PC releases. When I saw this sort of being thrown around at very quick speeds, there was not much that really made me want to have a look, except, the the awesomely titled Goat Simulator More Goats Edition. That, again, I love the Goat Simulator game from what I've seen. I wish I could play it, but I never have the money to buy it when I want it. But yeah, this just looks like that they've taken the PC stuff and gone, look, we support independence because it's PC and Xbox are the same company. Righto. Show me exclusive independent games on Xbox One, like Sony does with PlayStation 4. Then we'll start talking about how you support independent developers. We get our first look at Rise of the Tomb Raider. Very, very pretty skyboxy game. Looks like more of the same Tomb Raider stuff that we got out of the last game. To be honest, it didn't really feel like someone was playing this. This felt like a very extended cutscene or guided demo or automatically played demo or something. Just didn't seem right for some reason. But anyway, 10th of November 2015, you get your Tomb Raider on once again. And holy crap, Xbox has Battletoads, baby! Rare comes out and says, 30 games, $30, so $1 a game. Everything from Nintendo games that were brought out then, Super Nintendo, Genesis, N64. This is a Rare collection that people want, okay? Sure, it's a bit of shameless whoring, but this is something that people have been wanting for ages. We want emulation of these old games. It's just a shame that it's only going to be on Xbox. As a PS4 owner and a PC owner, I'm horrified that they're locking it to one single console. Put that on PC at least. If you put it on PC at least, then I can play it. I'll buy it. I don't mind spending $30 on 30 Rare games, especially when it's the good stuff, with the exception of We Are Missing GoldenEye, but, licensing and all that stuff. But we do get the original Perfect Dark, which was just as good. And we get friggin' Battletoads and Banjo-Kazooie. Conker's Bad Fur Day, the original. Put that on PC, please, Microsoft. We know you own Rare. Please put that on PC. So at least the PC players have a chance at playing this as well, instead of locking it just to Xbox One. Hell, put it out on 360 at least. My little brother's got a 360. At least then I could borrow his 360 and play the game. Then we get shown this interesting little pirates game called Sea of Thieves. It's basically a pirate MMO style thing. It's by Rare, looks colourful as hell, looks like a lot of fun. You can build up a crew, you can go on ships and beat the crap out of each other with your ships and stuff like that. It looks awesome. I hope at least, again, a PC release or something along those lines, because this looks interesting. Again, Rare games look interesting. I'm annoyed that the console, the Xbox One is the only console that's going to get to enjoy this stuff, because Rare is owned by Microsoft. It really kills when something like this, out of a really, really good game company, gets locked to one console because they own it. But that's just me. Free-to-play game, Fables Legends. What is it? I have no idea. It's a teaser. Then we get our VR portion of the night. We get the announcement of the Oculus Rift coming with an Xbox One controller. I might have to buy an Oculus Rift just so I can have an Xbox One controller as well. It's an exclusive partnership. That's fine. To be honest, if you are going to play games that are going to have a gamepad attached to it, then it might as well be the one that's actually going to work straight away by plugging it into the into the PC, which is the Xbox controller. The amount of times I have wanted to get an Xbox controller just for the simple fact of playing some emulated games and stuff on my PC. with an actual proper controller instead of having to use third-party trick drivers to run my PS4 controllers. Yeah, but that's nothing. That is nothing compared to their little HoloLens thing. Holy crap, did this look good! And again, don't lock this to Xbox One. Give it to us on PC as well. Pretty please. After seeing Minecraft pop up and rise out of a table, and seeing him just sort of pinch and move, and oh my god. I showed him my little brother. My little brother's mind exploded. He's like, I want one. I'm like, no, you're not getting one because I'm not buying you an Xbox One. Because I don't have, the $600-700 that's going to be required to buy all this crap. Yeah, but it looks amazing. The future is here, ladies and gentlemen. The future is here. I'm completely and utterly shocked about all of that. To close out Microsoft's show, we had Gears of War Ultimate Edition, basically Gears of War 1 remastered for the Xbox One. Cool. Comes out August 25th. Good luck with that. I'm not a Gears head. Sure, it's a great little run and gun third person shooting, killing thing, but cool. Good for you. It's the first game all over again. You're paying more. You're probably going to play full price for the same game that you've played before. Which, if I remember correctly, could be on 360, which you could probably just put in your old disc. Now the backwards compatibility is there, but people are going to be stupid enough to buy this crap. The last thing we get for the end of the night, Gears of War 4 announcement. Weird little pods thing. Again, this demo looked very scripted, like Tomb Raider thing. Looked very scripted, very like it was just a game running on its own without actual people playing it. There was no mistakes. Everyone knew exactly what they were doing. It was like ultra rehearsed, and the way they were talking was almost non-gamer at all. Other than that, it's your typical Gears of War fare. Excuse the Sony slip up. It's coming holiday 2015. Now, as I've sort of mentioned throughout this entire thing, I am not a Microsoft person. I play PC games. I have a decent rig. That's where my money is going when it comes to Microsoft products. I'm not an Xbox One owner. I have not been an Xbox 360 owner. I have not been an original Xbox owner. However, for what it is, I can see the things that people who are Microsoft fans that tuned into this are going to enjoy. Your Halo, they're going to love it. Forza, oh my god, even I want that. Gears of War, both the remaster and 4, the stuff that they're going to be, the mods for Fallout 4 on consoles, wow. Backwards compatibility is a big deal. And especially because you get it for free, whereas Sony wants to try and charge people to get their old games again. And I hate that type of marketing, and that really pissed me off. Not enough that I was about to switch sides, but for what Microsoft did for the Microsoft fans, great game. They did well. Congratulations. I still wouldn't call it an E3 winning press conference, but it gave gamers what they want, and that's the best thing at the end of the day is gamers get what they want, because that's what E3 is meant to be about. It's all meant to be about us gamers. If the gamers win, the companies win. Pure and simple.